Panda. I got broads in Atlanta. Just to throw me in the family. Credit cards and the scammers. Getting no licks in the band. Legacies.
Let's look at the complete 10-man roster for Team USA in the 2018 Mountain Dew Kickstart Rising Stars. You'll see it Friday of All-Star Weekend. Okay, so we mentioned the Laker trio, the duo from Boston. But let's mention as well a guy who we're going to speak to in a bit as he joins us from Detroit, Donovan Mitchell, who has really come on strong, and he has the chance to be the first member of the Jazz to ever lead the team in scoring as a rookie.
Unbelievable. An unbelievable season so far for Donovan Mitchell, and a guy who, Jared, if you watched him in college, you maybe thought, okay, this is a guy who's got some game, and you're just not sure what it translates to at this level. Arguably, he's been as good as any rookie to me. I know Ben Simmons is everybody's favorite for Rookie of the Year. Do not sleep on Donovan Mitchell down the stretch of this season, potentially making some hay in that Rookie of the Year race.
Dennis Smith Jr. came in with a lot of hype. He raised the bar at Summer League, got all of us excited. He's dealt with some ankle issues throughout the course of the season, but at times he's dazzled.
Dazzled, certainly around above the rim, thrust into a starting role on a team where, it's not often you're going to see a Rick Carlisle coach team turn the reins over to a rookie like they have Dennis Smith Jr. All-Star Weekend could be huge for him for a lot of reasons, but to see him on Friday night in the mix with this game, with these other players, I think is going to be fantastic for him, fantastic for the Mavericks in what is a tough season.
One guy who is back on this roster for a second straight year, who maybe doesn't get thought of when you think of the excitement of an all-star type game, is the reigning Rookie of the Year, Malcolm Brogdon, who was just 1 for 5 in the Rising Stars game last year, but he's a guy with the experience to come in and put on a show.
Yeah, and he's a guy who, if you think about the growth and development he's had the last year, from last year's All-Star Weekend to now, it seems like he's been in the league a lot longer. He doesn't seem like a guy who's coming off that Rookie of the Year season. A lot of stuff they're dealing with in Milwaukee, but Malcolm Brogdon the other night after Jason Kidd was let go as coach, you see, responds with a huge game, Jared.
One other guy to mention that many fans in the country, the world, haven't gotten a chance to see because he plays for a team that's got the worst record in the NBA, is John Collins on the Hawks. And we saw him in Summer League. This is a guy that is a high flyer for a big man. Man, he's exciting in these types of environments.
He is, and he's going to have his hands full. Yeah. He's going to be the biggest player,
right.
The U.S. team. And if he has to match up with Joel Embiid, it's going to be a very interesting night because he's a guy athletically that can make nights very tough on the opposition. Hasn't had a chance to really explode the way you think in Atlanta this year because they've got some veteran players playing in that front court. But this, again, a showcase opportunity for a young rookie like this, a guy who's going to dazzle the crowd with his athleticism and ability to finish above the rim.
And let's hope Chris Dunn is healthy, cleared the concussion protocol, and ready to play Friday night of All-Star Weekend.